Hello everyone, today we're going to be working on vanishing points, and we're going to be working on a single point vanishing point. So what a vanishing point is, let's put it this way. When you're driving in the car, you notice the horizon line. It's that flat line where the earth seems to kind of stop. There's sky above and ground below. And what that is the horizon line. It's the actual curvature of the earth, and above that curvature you can't really see anything because the earth falls off. So what we're doing with a vanishing point is we're creating that curvature of the earth, and we're taking a single point and putting it on that dot and then making objects in space all relate to that single point. And what that does is it allows you to create a 3D object, a 3D representation within a 2D media appearance. So what we need for this is a ruler. Right here, just a plain metal. I've got a cork-backed one. You don't necessarily need a cork-backed one. And then a pen or a pencil. I'm just going to be using a black pen. Nice and simple. And obviously, paper. So what we're going to do is we're going to first decide how we're going to frame what we want to do. And that's if you're going to do a scene. And what I'm going to do first is just show you guys how to do some simple shapes with a vanishing point. So we're going to draw a horizon line. And what the horizon line is it's a line that goes across the height of the viewpoint on a work or whatever else you're drawing. So the horizon line depends solely on where the viewer's eyes are, or where the camera lens is depending on what is viewing the scene. And basically what it does is it determines how either tall or short the viewing point is. So we're going to do one right in the middle today, just to make it easy. And then we're going to do a vanishing point right in the middle as well, to make it pretty easy. And I'm going to make that hopefully big enough that you guys can see it. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to draw a square down in a corner or wherever, and I'm going to show you guys how we can make that square look like a 3D shape just by using the vanishing point. And what happens with a vanishing point is when you draw a square, all the corners then recede to the vanishing point, and that creates a nice illusion of three-dimensionality on this flat 2D surface. Now notice I'm not going to draw the last and fourth corner over to the vanishing point because this is an opaque shape here in our mind. So we don't really need to draw that final line because it's going to be hidden from view. So then what we're going to do is we're going to finish the box off by creating a perpendicular line up here, or parallel line, sorry, and then a perpendicular line from that, which is a parallel line to the side, and that gives us a nice cube right here. So there we've got a nice three-dimensional cube on a flat 2D surface. And we can do the same thing with, let's say, a cylinder. So I'll draw a circle, albeit not a very good circle, and then from that circle we're going to take lines off of the vanishing point and then up to the edge of the circle wherever it intersects with the farthest edge, and take that all the way back to the vanishing point as well. We're going to do the same with the other side here, all the way up to the circle, and there you've got a nice cone. And what you can do with the cone then is you can take it and you can draw another circle here and chop that off to create a nice cylindrical effect. And I'm emphasizing by creating more of these circles along the side as kind of a fill and a shadow, but you get the idea there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep continuing and drawing a couple shapes, and you guys can see how this works. So as you can see, this is a nice easy way to make some 3D shapes on a 2D surface. And that single vanishing point allows you really to get a nice, clean, pop out look to the shapes. So what we're going to do next is we're going to move on to actually making a scene, like a room, something that would be shown in well, I don't know, an image of our room. And that shouldn't be too hard. So what you're going to do in this one is we're going to center the vanishing point by allowing it to be dictated for us. And basically we're going to create two lines, that go corner to corner on the paper. And that's going to create a vanishing point in the center of the paper. And that'll just give us a nice symmetrical starting point to work from. So if we do a line at the top, this is where the ceiling meets the back wall. And then perpendicular to that, we're going to do a line going down, and this would be where the wall meets the back wall, the side wall meets the back wall. And we'll do another one over here for the other side. And then we have the floor, and where the floor meets the back wall is a good point of reference as well. So now we have this wall, this clean wall in back of space, and that's going to be what we're going to base our room off of. So I'm just going to do a little bit of shading to make that appear more solid. But we're still going to use this vanishing point to create doors and windows and other such things. Alright, so what we're going to do first is we're going to create a door. And the door is pretty easy. It's just a short line out here, and we have to decide how tall we want the door to be. So I'm going to have the door be about here. That looks like a good width for a door, just this little line here. And then we're going to take lines and drop them straight down towards the bottom of the page. And they're going to be perpendicular with this bottom line here. And then we're going to take the second line and do the same with it as well. Straight down to the bottom of the page. So now what we have is a nice rectangular door in space there. And we can do a doorknob on it. There. And we'll do a small window as well. And now that we've got the window done, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys learned a lot, and thank you so much for watching.